All right, and welcome back, everybody. This is David with Fairmere's Rangers. We're picking back up with our Austria All Out War campaign, where we declared war on every nation before the end of turn one. It's been a hot mess of a start, but we have clawed our way to taking a pretty vast empire. Even though it's 1731 already, quite a bit slower than normal. But you can kind of chalk that up to having so much pressure put on you by so many different nations. Anyways, we did take France back at the end of the last episode, and now it's being besieged again by the Spanish. So, yeah, we got that going on, and we just now lost Hanover, which we expected, to the Prussians. But that's okay, it spreads them thin. There's a rebellion army, so we're going to let the Prussians whittle down that rebellion army, which they just got kerspanked. Or no, it looks like they actually did beat them. They beat the rebellion army in Hanover, so it took them down something. How much, I don't know, but that Prussian army is damaged, and it did go back to Hanover itself. And as you can see, the Russians are coming. The Russians are coming. So we're going to have to deal with them. Those pesky devils. They're all over the damn place. Oh, man. The battles we're going to have to go through with the Russians. I can see it already. It's okay, though. We'll deal with those guys. Bavaria, I don't know what they're doing. They're on some kind of strange quest, apparently. Okay, so obviously we got to fortify up our capital and Hungary with all the threats we got imposed there on our eastern front, because we still have that Ottoman army lurking down by our port in northern Italy. And we got these French we got to deal with, which we finish off the remnants of that battle we did last episode, at the end of the episode, that is. Wasn't much of them left. And up here we can deal with the Prussians that just took Hanover. Now that they've dealt with the rebellion army. So we're going to siege that. We'll do that battle momentarily. In the meantime, take a look at tech. You can see where we're at with that. It's come along pretty nicely, I should think. So we got a whole lot of little unresolved things. As you can see, we're making close to 5,500 a turn. We got some unresolved stuff up here in the north, where we got a rebellion army in Netherlands, and we got the French that took Flanders. So we got to deal with those little pressing matters. So we're going to start by sending up some of the infantry we just recruited. Let's see if we can knock these fools out. So let's do that battle real quick. All right, so we're getting right to it. We're coming up on the flank with our 3 line that were our primary force, while our other main body of the force that was coming in as the reinforcement army is the one with all the militia and the 2 line. So they're going to be coming up on the other side, while we got the 3 line dealing with this 1 militia, and they knocked that out fairly easily. So we'll allow them to reload. In the meantime, we're moving up once again that main force, and it's going to deal with the frontal assault while we try to wrap around on the 2 flanks here. We got a little remnant, or not a remnant, but a little outlying unit here on the outskirts of town. So we're going to deal with him. Another one that's kind of outcrop from the rest of the force that we're using several units to shoot him down. He should break here pretty quick. And now we just got the 2 units there in the center, which we're going to quickly move up and take them out. So this is a pretty easy, straightforward battle. Doesn't require too much brain power to knock this out and deal with it. We did have that one unit that we routed at the first. It's come back. You can see that at the top of the screen up there. But that will be no match for our infantry. So that battles that. We only lost 51 men. And it pretty much takes care of that army. There's a little bit left. We'll go up and finish them off. We lose another 58 men just for resolving it. And we're pushing on the French here, which the French have a little bit more than I thought they would. But luckily they have their force kind of split up. So we got 3 little citizens here. We can take them out piecemeal. So we're using the entirety of our force to wrap around these 3 citizens. I know that's a little bit of overkill, but hey, you know, it's how I roll. So we have them pretty much completely enveloped here. That's going to spell doom for them. The Doom Patrol rolls in. Okay, and with those guys knocked out of the fight, we can start moving up. As you can see over there in the distance, I had 2 guys in the town kind of working their way in behind as we move the rest of our forces up. They've already reloaded. I've edited that part out, so no worries on that. We're coming in pretty good. Got these units. Should make a nice shot on there. We've got the Cav coming in on our flanking force. We quickly should be able to knock him down. And we'll get the rest of our units in. As you can see, we've routed off the artillery there. Their general just bit the dust. And that Cav is out of there. So this should be over with here pretty quickly. Almost got him completely enveloped. Just got to close that gap, which we can now do. Okay. That should finish that up with some nice business being conducted here. Don't you love it when you get situations like this? It's just so satisfying. Okay, so that knocked out. We have Flanders back in our control. Man, I mean, Flanders, it trips me out how wealthy of a region it is with so few towns. Or cities, or whatever you want to call them. But it's always been a pretty wealthy region. Okay, here we go. Hanover. This is a pretty easy battle. All the Prussian units are pretty darn small, so this is going to be what I would say extremely fast. Yeah, especially when I edit out a lot of it so we don't go to sleep here. Here comes the cav for a frontal assault. We're going to go ahead and shoot him the heck down. There goes their general, and pretty much the battle for them. I don't see how they could come out of that. We got a little canister shot on the back end of him there. Nicely done. So the cav rolls on out. We'll finish off the remnants of these guys. There's barely any of them left. I mean, we're talking like I can count on one hand how many are left here. And they bite the dust. Okay, so that battle's over. Hanover comes back into our control. We only lost 4 men. How you like that one? Might have been some friendly fire on that too. Okay. So, with Flanders easily in our control, we got to look towards Berlin next. But we got a little bit of things we need to do to set that in motion. So we're going to end the turn after fixing up some stuff, recruiting some men, and spending our monies. Prussians still got quite a bit of men there. Okay. Roll along. So we're going to move out of 1731 into 1732. Because this is the winter of 1731. You know, the Venetians got a pretty good sized army. They could have moved over to the region I gave them. But no. They wanted to just let the Russians come over and plow right over them. Oh, okay. They're going to sail away a couple men doing nothing on a friendly Disney cruise or something. Not that I approve of such cruises, but you get the drift. Literally. Alright, we're going to try and bust off the siege from Paris, because I don't have very many men in Paris. I mean, we're talking scraping the barrel here. Alright, and I'm just going to tell you going into this so that you're prepared. You ever played the game and been in a battle and you're just like, I don't know, you're just distracted or just not using your best common sense? Well, that's what you're in for in this one. So prepare yourselves. This battle is going to be one of those kind of battles. It should be entertaining, to say the least. I'll just kind of tell you my thought. And the 2 artillery that are entrenched over there in the town, I thought I'd send my cav in and kill them off, but they quickly respond with the cav. And carabiners that were attacking the artillery just got hammered along with that building. And I was trying to get some shots in with this other cav and on that cav, but it just didn't work out. So I'm trying to bring the infantry in to deal with it. I don't know. And then I was dumb enough to move my cav up there within the artillery range, but quickly realized that I shouldn't. Then I had the brilliant idea of moving this citizen up to try to kill off their artillery there. I don't know what the heck I was thinking. But to say the least, I try to make some kind of sensible moves by moving my artillery forward so I can start bombarding their forces. But yeah, anyways. The only good thing is since I lost a unit, I'll be bringing on a reinforcement infantry. So at least I got that going for me. Just slightly, barely almost out of range with that. All my infantry So I got to run them up so they can get some shots in on that cav. Now, I'll just put this here bluntly. You can see how few men I have. I mean, you're talking I got 20 men on 154, 61, 25. I don't have very many men, and we're going up against a pretty sizable, like very sizable force. So when I killed off that darn artillery, it tore the hornet's nest up there, and they're coming at me full on, and I don't have enough to hold here for my artillery, because my artillery is right there. I should have had my artillery further back so I had more room to kite my men back, but I've now got to unlimber some of my artillery where the other three are continually laying down some firing, suppressing fire. I lose, unfortunately, another unit there, and Cav is really getting after my infantry. I am getting some pretty good shots on them, though, considering what I'm up against. But it's not good. Like I said, I mean, I'm up against a bunch of full line infantry, and this is another bad move. I should have gone back into the city with that line infantry so I wouldn't have taken shots, but I felt the pressure and I wanted to get them over there to the main body of my force. Somehow I did break one of these Spanish lines. It's one of the good things, and I will say the artillery is putting up some good good shots in for me. So it's at this moment that it's really starting to unravel. I do have very little men here to compete against these lines that are now in melee with my depleted forces. Now I've got my cav over here, or my general over here, just trying to delay this force on the left as best as possible, even knowing that I'm probably going to lose my general in the process of it. And yeah, they're barreling full speed ahead at me. And luckily, I mean, I am breaking some of their units, but of course a lot of my units are being broken, and I don't have the men to sustain what I'm up against here. But yeah, I'm shocked that I have beaten as many as I have. There's still 3 of these units that are laying terror to my artillery and such. And I got these two problematic units on my right that are pretty full strength. I'm just trying to gang up on some of these units to try to break them, hitting them from both sides, you know? It's a mess. And using the cav over here might seem like a dumb idea, but it's keeping that unit away while I'm able to deal with these other units. I'm trying to keep them distracted, and actually I did break the unit, which is kind of shocking. But I was just hoping to give myself a little bit of time against these guys. Almost got another unit broke. You can see I'm really scraping the barrel here with what I got. Yeah, and it's at this moment that the worst thing possible could happen. The Spanish general comes in, and yeah, this is gonna hurt a bit when I least need it. Try and throw a cav charge into this flippin' line infantry here. Try and break him. Because unfortunately my line infantry that had 48 men, he did break. I'm about to lose my cav if I'm not careful. Yeah, this is going from bad to worse to worse to worse. You know, I'm trying to keep that artillery alive, because if I can get him on and get him shooting, that should help me a bit. And of course I'll lose that other line infantry. And yeah, I don't know what the hell my artillerymen are doing, but he should be getting on the damn guns. Okay, so thank God I did break that unit. So that should actually give me a pretty good situation where I could be able to deal with these guys. We'll see how it goes down, because all it is pretty much artillery. And if I can actually get my guys on some guns that will actually work, then it'd be a damn miracle. Because they're not wanting to do anything except stand there and hold their something or others. Okay. See if they shoot. In the meantime, we can rest up and then move our infantry over to kill them. Okay, and like I told you, this is pretty much about as disastrous as it gets. So here we go. My infantry with 12 men and my line infantry of 105. We'll just take our time, and luckily we killed off that one to its entirety. Here comes the general. And there we go. It was not pretty, but we got it done. Ooh, boy. Yeah, we don't want to look at those results for long. But anyways, this is a good point for me to ask you if you did enjoy the content. Don't forget to hit the like button. It does help the channel. And also subscribe if you can. It is free, and it does help the channel grow. And if you do want to help a little bit more, you can also consider becoming a channel member. And we appreciate our channel members that have joined. It does help the channel financially to be able to afford editing equipment software and mics and all the other things that wear and tear and break down. Because this is, obviously over the time I've been doing it, I've had to go through mics and all kinds of stuff doing this. So anyways, if you do enjoy it, it does help a lot. And as a member, you are able to get early access to videos like this that become available earlier for members. And you'll also be able to receive exclusive content. And you can request special things. And I ask my members for advice on direction for the channel. And their decisions are taken very much to... what's the word? Well, anyways, they have a lot of weight in the decisions I make. Let's just put it that way. So anyways, appreciate you guys as always. We are winding down to the end of this episode. It is almost, not quite, as we got the French Rebellion force. Luckily, could not make it to lay siege, because then if they did, I'm pretty sure we could have won, but it would have been a heck of a time, because we did not have very many men left after that battle. And we would not have gotten citizens to help either. So we were very fortunate in that, because we did recruit up 4 line infantry there. So that means Paris should be good. It was a close call there, to say the least, because we're talking they're inches away from being able to lay siege. In the meantime, we got some Poles back doing their mischief in northern Austria, which is no bueno. We got to deal with that. They've also laid siege to Vienna. So that's other things we're going to have to deal with on the next episode. And also the Russians are making a strong push. They've taken Bulgaria this episode, and they are pushing westward. This almost feels very 1945-ish, does it not? Okay. It's only 1732. They're a little ahead of time. At any rate, there go the French rebels. Those rebels. And you can see Paris is all busted up. Well, we're about to make some aggressive moves, ladies and gentlemen, with these artillery that are all busted up. We're taking them while they are replenishing, and we're going to start them on the march. We're gathering them up with our forces from northern Italy. I think this is the time, ladies and gentlemen, that we make a move from northern Italy and start moving towards, you guessed it, Madrid. And that should help us quite a bit from any more troops coming westward, and then we can start really fixing up France and making our buku money that we're looking forward to. Because then we can whittle down the remnants of these Spaniards in our French territory. And man, we're going to have it pretty clear from the west. I mean, because really we don't have too many more troops in our western frontier, if you will. So things are coming along pretty well. And we do have the Polish right there on top of one of our regions, about to take it. And that would be Serbia. Looks like it is going to fall to either the Poles or the Russians, one of the two. We got the Russians all up in our business, and was it over by Istanbul. God knows what the Italian states are doing. They don't even. Neither with Bavaria. Protectorates. At least they make us money. All right. So, to conclude this episode and leave us on a cliffhanger, I think we got some business we need to conclude here, maybe. I don't know, maybe not. Should we leave on a cliffhanger? Yeah, let's go. We're going to do Berlin next episode, ladies and gentlemen. So prepare yourselves for that. Next episode, we're going to be having some German food. Some schnitzel.